canon basically states what is the legitimate and contextual belief. Canon basically means that this is it. So there are things in anime that are canon. So like, what's a canon fact in anime? Ryuichi Sakuma's birthday is April 1st. That is a canon fact. There is nothing that you can dispute about that. There is nothing that will change about that. There is nothing that we can somehow theorize and interject that maybe it's actually April 2nd. No, it is canon. It is the first. Deal with it. Non-canon is everything that's sort of the contextualized. There's theories and possibilities, and there's opinions that stem from what is canon, but end up, they aren't exactly real when it comes to the series. Make sense? Awesome. So where do most of our canon, non-canon issues end up coming up from?
Religion, romance, that's a guess. So.
No. No. Well, all fan fictions are going to be non-canon.
Yeah.
Even the ones that take a canon couple are non-canon. You are not, you know, so like let's say...
doing it verbatim.
Well, moreover, let's say you write Inuyasha fanfic, you aren't Rumiko Takahashi.
Yeah.
Automatically that makes it not canon. You know, it can be a Kagome Inuyasha fanfic. Well, it doesn't matter, you are Rumiko Takahashi. So that automatically makes it non-canon. Now it can draw from canon material, but it's never going to be canon.
Variations between the manga and the anime.
Ding, 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 ding! That is going to be your massive discrepancy between canon law. Are these really, really weird anime that have anime goes one way, manga goes another? Examples?
Fullmetal Alchemist.
Very good. Very good.
Black Butler.
Very good. And there's countless more. Now, and don't get me wrong, there are plenty of anime that stick very, very close to canon and love their canon and do a lot of great things with their canon. Like Naruto, like Inuyasha, like Dragon Balls. Actually, a lot of shonens will stay pretty close to canon just because there's not a lot going on. Well, there's not a lot going on.
The longer ones, too. Yeah.
The longer ones, surprisingly, stick pretty close to canon, which you think is weird. That, ironically, it's usually these shorter series that end up having those weird canon issues. So, like, Death Note had a weird canon issue towards the end, which is odd, like, and canon's a difficult thing to explain, because here's what it comes out to canon. It's whatever you personally believe about the series. So, like, so if you talk to Mandy, we will go fisticuffs for days over the state of, like, gravitation. We will fight for days on what is canon fact in that series. That's because she watched the anime, and I read the manga. Those are two pretty much completely different series when it comes to that series. You watch the anime, you're getting lots of cutesy, bubblegummy, oh yeah, this is all happening, this is adorable. You read the manga and it's much, much darker, a lot deeper. When you get people that have read different aspects together, horrible, horrible things happen. Do you know what the worst fight in the world is? It's a canon battle between two fangirls that don't know what they're talking about. If you want to watch something painful, get a girl to defend Fullmetal Alchemist from Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood without knowing the facts. It is like watching teeth being pulled. It is the most excruciating experience known to man. Where else are we going to get some canon issues from?
Translation issues?
Translation is going to be a huge problem as far as how you address canon and stuff like that. Translation mostly becomes a problem with, especially when we talk about like the 4 Kidspiracy. Not just your example, because actually Lauren and I had a massive conglomerate talk about Pokemon, and that as a translation issue, and that being a fight of canon. But you get to shows like One Piece, like Naruto, which was originally for kids for a while. Card Captors, Sailor Moon.
They're cousins.
They're cousins!
No, they're not.
They're cousins!
Changed.
Yes. Or, yeah, that was really, really awkward in Card Captors. Oh, we're just good friends. Like, you can tell even at a young age, you are after his ass, aren't you? Even at, like, 6, like, there's a disturbance in the force. You really aren't just good friends, are you? And, like, you can almost tell when the voice actors say these things. It's like, oh, yes, we're just friends. It's like you can tell that they don't even believe this stuff anymore. So translation's going to come up with a huge issue. And translation from censorship is the biggest aspect of translation. Because there's also the issue of pure, raw translation being incorrect. So like entire locations have been lost to Pokemon, we just deal with it. Entire arcs of some series have just vanished because of just inability to translate. But then you get to censorship, and censorship is a very, very hard thing to deal with canon, especially when you're going from like sub to dub. So like Hitalia,
Italy's more than
yeah.
as I know.
Hitalia has a lot of weird canon issues between going from the sub to the dub. They're very, very slight, but yeah, we haven't got any mention of Germany's dog porn or anything.
And when you notice them, they're glaringly obvious.
And when you notice them, it's like, how did you ignore that? So, translation in canon is also a big thing. I really, really encourage you guys to have at least 2 or 3 different translations, or at least 2 or 3 different knowings of translations for animes, because each one's going to do it a little differently. Also, you're going to get weird canon things different between publishing houses. So, like, Clamp has the giant thing where they hate fangirls and they hate pairing. So, like, who's read Tsubasa? None of you? Well, a couple of you. It's a shame.
The senpai we no longer count, do we?
Yeah. I encourage you guys to at least know Tsubasa and look at Fai and Kurogane very, very closely. And understand these are 2 men that are blatantly gay for each other.
Especially pay attention to the vampire chapter.
But if you so help as mention that to Clamp, they will roundhouse kick you in the face, send Gestapo to your house, and anally assault you with a frickin', protector beam. Say, this is not canon!
Well, it's the same with Yukito and Toya and Sashida and Tsubu.
It's the exact same. And it's just really, really unfortunate, because here's the crazy part, that everyone else is aware of it. Because if you look at Clamp popularity polls, Kurogane and Fire are one of the #1 couples. And it's one of those weird things, like, but yet you deny them as a couple. Why? 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 Now, there's where we get into the issue of non-canon. What rights do fangirls have in messing with non-canon? Well, fanboys as well. Well, fangirls are usually the ones doing shit. Fanboys who just kind of sit there and fap. No diss to fanboys, I love them to death, but fangirls are usually the ones actually doing shit. So what rights do we have in screwing with canon?
It's a little gray area.
We have no right. We have no right. Have you guys heard about the J.K. Rowling battle?
Yeah, I think people saw it.
J.K. Rowling basically shut down Quizilla for like 3 days.
Oh, wow.
Because of all of the Harry Draco stuff going on. And she went ballistic. How dare you pair these with the obviously enemies and they would never do such things. It's like, please. And you have that brief fangirl moment of, first of all, we don't care. Second of all, freedom of speech, blah, blah. And these fangirls rattled on that they have all these rights. And basically, J.K. Rowling was the only person that did it right. Actually, this is mine. You have no rights. This is mine. You have no right to do anything to this because it's mine.
So our fan art, any of that, even if it's canonically correct, we still have absolutely no right?
Nope.
You have rights to it as an artist.
I mean, they can't stop you from doing it, obviously, but it's not, like if it wasn't for that, then you wouldn't have figured it out.
Basically, you don't have rights to sell it.
Yeah.
Yeah, the issue started coming about is when you're selling your work. Now, you can get, there's like free use and stuff like that, so there's fair use and stuff like that. So, it's not that you don't have a right to the drawing or to the characters, it's that you don't have a right
To make
to
money.
propagate these ideas, moreover. I think that was more the issue, the propagation of the concept, that there was something more going on there. It was less the writing, because actually, like, Kishimoto, who wrote Naruto, loves fangirls, loves fanficcing, think it's hilarious, loves it. Has blatantly taken things from fanfics and put it in the series.
That's my story saying.
It's like, well, Kubo's done it too with Bleach. Kubo loves fangirls. Kubo loves fangirls.
It saves them having to think of material
It
sometimes.
does. It does.
True.
Has even
having writer's block.
yeah, because even Takahashi hasn't admitted that there are some fan fictions written better than Inuyasha. And you reach a point where that's true, and we canonically have a right to our words. We just can't continue to propagate ideas. Like that small cult of fangirls is determined to see Koga and Inuyasha have sex. Determined and will go out of their way to make this furry love happen. So, non-canon issues with fangirls come about in very, very small ways. And here's a big one. So, you guys know Hitalia rules, right? You guys know that the countries have names?
Mm-hmm.
Do the countries ever use their names?
Not as far as I've seen in the anime,
No?
and not as far as I've seen in manga.
Then why do fangirls use them?
Because they have names and the author has given them names.
I mean, you know what the Agasons, you know what they are, so you just put them in.
But it's non-canon.
Is it really non-canon considering he gave them all?
Well, it's non-canon as it's ever used. Moreover, do you guys know all the current name controversies?
I know some of them.
Isn't Italia mean?
Useless Italy.
Yeah.
No, like the actual controversies with the names of characters.
Like Timo and Tino?
That's one. So, who is this? Very good. Now, in Finnish, wait, first of all, where does Tino come from?
Didn't you say it had
Italian?
Italian roots?
It's Italian.
Yeah.
Now, there is a Finnish name that is Timo. A lot of fangirls that are writing and using human names will go ahead and call Finland Timo. Now, that's a non-canon break, but it's accepted. Or, here's another one.
France.
Francois. Francis.
But a lot of fangirls will call him Francois, which is actually unisex. Like, that's a feminine name. No, it's actually a unisex name. Deal with it. Where does the break come down? Where do we then, as fangirls, have the right to go out and change names? Or the assumption that Germany and Prussia share a last name. Because we assume that. Germany is never officially given a last name, but his brother is. So even though it's likely they share a last name, it's never canonically written that they share a last name. So by assuming that, that's another really weird non-canon sort of allowance that we make.
Wasn't there an issue with the American twins, Canada and North America, United States?
Because they didn't share the last name.
I believe they do now. Do they? I don't remember. I'll have to check that. Honestly, I've never dealt with either of them.
No, I know, but for the longest time they didn't share. So if they changed it,
And how Canada somehow has a very American name.
No. Well,
his name is Matthew.
Matthew?
yes. No, not Herring. Oh, I hate you. England, France, China, Europe. What is it? Iceland, Sweden. The hell? Williams. Wow, they do have different last names.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. They do it for last names. That's another weird thing. That can sort of be written away by the tendency to have different parents. That France was more of the parent to Canada, while England was more of the parent to America. It's explained away. Just don't question it.
Not really, but
Don't
sorta.
question it. History explains it better than the series does.
It's better than.
Yeah. Again, never take your history from Italia. You'll fail always. You will never succeed. You will never succeed in anything. I guarantee you, it won't be good. So, what's another major issue with canon versus non-canon?
Movies.
Movies are determined to make you think things that aren't true. Well, not that aren't true, just aren't always the the most accurate. So, Tamale, I guess cover your ears.
What are you talking about?
Conqueror Shambhala. Full Metal
Fullmetal
Alchemist movie. Who saw the Conqueror Shambhala?
It seemed
It was. Who was horribly confused with the Conqueror Shambhala? And what part of that movie did anything make sense? None of it.